When will Kenyans go to the polls? That is still the most common street talk, even in the so-called informal bunges. A group of organizations that monitor electoral processes in Kenya, known as Elections Observation Group, believes that the date is not cast in stone. It believes that the two principles can strike a political solution to save the country from going to the polls with doubts over the credibility of the electoral process.
It is important for the President and the Prime Minister to reach a political consensus on an election date.
What experts are debating about are the chances of the two principles reaching consensus given the hardline stance they've exhibited, with Odinga favoring a December 2012 election while President Kibaki favors the 2013 option.
In the event that the coalition government is disbanded, does that automatically lead to the dissolution of parliament? Now, that is a controversial matter. I suspect eventually it will end up in court.
What are the chances that the Constitutional Court ruling of January 13 that gave the options that guided the IEBC on setting the date would be reversed? Lawyers have no easy answers to this question, given that in the first place, one is not sure whether the petition on the matter pending in the appeal court will proceed or not. On Thursday, the court will be giving its decision on whether the two NGOs that filed the appeal have the right of appeal, given that they were not party to the case.
Unless, therefore, a decision of the High Court is reversed or varied either by the Court of Appeal or by the Supreme Court, such decision remains the authoritative and binding constitutional and legal position.
It is also difficult to tell what input Parliament may have on the matter. A constitutional amendment seeking to change the date would require the support of 2/3 of members, which is not normally easy to attain. Yet there are those who would rather the March 4th date stands. This as members of Parliament now begin to tackle each other based on matters of law rather than by attacking the IEBC.
The law is not made in funerals. The law is not made in public rallies. The law is never made in press conferences. The law is made on the floor of Parliament.
It is within his powers, within the powers of ODM, to walk out of government by October, on or before October.
Martha Karua is a lawyer. She should go to court. William Ruto is intelligent enough to know he needs to go to court. Our Prime Minister is intelligent enough to know that there are courts of law which he should go to and address his grievances.
In a summary, no one knows whether that election date will be changed or not. What experts are talking about are the chances of that decision being reversed, and the chances revolve around the two principles putting their differences aside and agreeing to dissolve the Grand Coalition government. The other option is for the introduction of a bill here in Parliament that would amend the Constitution in order to set a new date, or if there is a new court ruling that would reverse the earlier constitutional interpretation of the election date. Alex Chamwada for Citizen Live at 9.